This will be a day long remembered. Now I am the master.
Welcome to another episode of Legends and Theories, and welcome to my breakdown for the Lord of the Rings, The Rings of Power teaser trailer. And with this, I'm just going to be looking at the first trailer that dropped during the Super Bowl for the new Lord of the Rings show. I'll give you my thoughts on what I see in there. And just to be clear, I am not a giant, well, I don't have a giant amount of knowledge on Tolkien lore. I know stuff from the books, well, at least the classic ones, Hobbit and Lord of the Rings pretty well. But I will admit that I do not know as much about stuff like the Silmarillion, which this would be taking from. But let's just go into it.
Haven't you ever wondered what else is out there?
We start off with an interesting shot of what I believe is the island of Numenor. And it is pretty interesting. It looks really nice here. There are a few parts of this that look a little off, but I will talk about them when they get there. But this shot specifically does look beautiful and really well done. And we also start off with some narration. There's not much speaking in the trailer, but still, let's just continue on.
There's wonders in this world beyond our wandering.
As the narration finishes up, this part we get to see people with like antlers on their back, and another beautiful shot of the land, and I believe is New Zealand. Pretty sure they're still filming there, but yeah, this looks really good here. Oh, they haven't shown much yet. It still looks like it could be decent. Now let's move on.
I can feel it.
And then here we get to see someone who's young. I don't know if this is supposed to be a young hobbit. And from what I've seen, hobbits shouldn't be in the series, and they have had no real major roles in anything until the events of The Hobbit. This could also be a child, just of either an elven child or a human one. I'm not really sure. But based on some of the shots, this could be one that is Numenorian, although I am not sure. And looking here, we have an amazing looking scene, but a really weird design of a character. This looks like the character is CGI and should be in a video game. Well, it does look like it would be in a good video game. This just doesn't look like it should be in a live action show. If this was footage to a video game, I would not be complaining. I would say this looks amazing. But this is for a show, and yeah, this just doesn't look like a real person. I'm wondering why it looks like that. And it has to be intentional because they were making sure to show this off. These trailers are put together very specifically because they cost a lot of money, so yeah, it's just something that's kind of worrying me. But let's see some other stuff, just to, see what's going, because so far, one kind of complaint is just this look, but we'll see what else is going on. We then get to see looks of a storm and then an elf firing an arrow. There's nothing much more to say here. Can't really, do too much, but let's just move on. We then get to see some elves going to battle and one watching arrow being fired. And yeah, this is interesting. I believe that is Galadriel riding the horse. although I'm not 100% sure. Again, this does look really good with the background and the character details. So far, pretty good things to say. I'm still being cautiously optimistic right now. But let's move on. We then get to see someone running away from some unknown monster. Not really sure what it is, but it still looks nice enough and is interesting. We then get more quick shots showing off more of different characters. Ending up here where we see two people surrounded by fire. Can't tell really who this is, but it might be the Galadriel scene we see with her on a raft. We then get to see some final shots of chaos going on, and then presumably the child from earlier grabbing someone's hand. And yeah, that is pretty interesting. So let's go to the final clip and I'll talk about this trailer as a whole and what I think of the series so far. And finally, we have the end of the trailer. I think that this looks like it could be a good series. There could also be some problems, and I'd say I am being cautiously optimistic with this. I am excited to see it. I think that there could be serious problems with it, so I'm not going to be really going crazy about it. But still, I do think that they could do a good job with this, and they should know that if they mess up with this, it'd be probably the greatest disaster in the history of television since, from what I understand, this is the most expensive TV show to ever be made. Stuff like even The Mandalorian, which has created new technology for it, has not been spending this much. So I do hope that this is good. Well, I don't know what you think. I know a lot of people are just hating on this because they think that it'll be a complete disaster and aren't giving it even a chance. Well, others are just going fully on board with it. And having what seems like hopefully the decent amount of people, the ones that aren't on the extremes, that is optimistic for it, but still willing to acknowledge that this could end up being a disaster. But either way, let me know in the comments, and I'll see you all in the next episode of Legends and Theories. Thank you for watching this episode of Legends and Theories. Please subscribe, like the video, share the video, leave a comment, check out the video on screen, and may the Force be with you.